Showtime, baby!
I'll take on all of... Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Staves off the cross-up. Goes for the throw. Steps in for the throw. Still slugging it out here. Tries to bait him with the projectile. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump high. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Takes a trip. KO. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
With the throw. Who's going to start things off? Oh, talk about overextending. Neither of them willing to back off here. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Can they big time whip? Hugs nothing but air. The jump in is denied. Crashes out the cage right there. Still alive? Still alive?
Uh-oh! Good night!
What a finish! Player one was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Ryzen. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Knockdown. Left off a projectile to waste time. Was looking for that jump attack. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive move. Where is their opening? Perfect read to get the finish with the low attack. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Rips the slasher out. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Drive rush to keep it going. The properties that attacks get from a drive rush make them a great tool for creating chances like that. Neither of them willing to back off here. Heavy punch sends them flying. Oh, feint? Air slasher. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. Nice double lariat. Hard. Going springs forward with the drive rush. They can't squander this punish counter chance. Looking to plant him with a it's too much. Player two played with a lot of heart to pull off a tremendous win. Definitely one to watch. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. So, a drive rush can really close the distance, putting moves that would otherwise be out of reach in that sweet spot to launch a surprise attack. Player one is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Attempts to break this. Yes! Drive impact for the win. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
Immediate jump hits them with a stopping bomb. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Medium kick hits. Both fighters have a full brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Player one can build off this lead. Blocks the impact. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. Going in. From low heavy to headbutt. Player two is experiencing burnout. Still more fuel to the fire. Cook them up.
your last
Is this
ride.
gonna kill?
Let's go!
Are they dead? Oh, they're dead! What a way to close it out! Last round, people.
Final
Both
round.
fighters gotta go all in from this point. Parries. Player 2 managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. Reach out and hug them! Taking chunks out of each other here. Betting it all on a drive rush. Okay, here we go. The low. A trade. Now what? Turns out. Ooh, taking him. Oh, they got him. Player 2 made all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Air slasher. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Is the fireball part of their corner game? On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Takes a trip. Throws the fireball here. Maybe has a simple zoning strat. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. KO. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireball. Air slasher. Throws them. What's next? Player 1 can build off this lead. Time to sit on the lead. Shut that down with a parry. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. A quick breather. Coming up a beatdown. Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. Saw him coming and goes for the Boris anti-air. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Hugs nothing but air. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Big time whip. Getting up close and personal. Whip sets up with the jump in. What a finish. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Goes with a projectile for their opening shot. Had the radar up and running. Goes for the fireball. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Blocks the jump in. Trips him up. Goes for a drive rush. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. Reads their mind and takes the throw. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Target locked and scoop. Rips the slasher out. Player 1 has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough. The low heavy connected? Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Can't tech the throw. Player 2 did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Air slasher! Uses the fireball to try and get a reaction. Fires without warning. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Knockdown and the throw connects. This may be it. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Tenjin looking to plant him with the pile drive. It's too much. Player 2 faced a giant and walks away unscathed. What a win! Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. What's the play here? The low kick connects. Uses a long-range attack there to zone them perfectly. Drive rush. Gets in their face. Checks them with a projectile. Player 2 will have to fight back here without any drive. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Takes a trip. Player 1 closes it with a classic corner throw. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Up into the air off the just cool. Rips the slasher out. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Player 1 looking to plan them with a pile driver. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. Connects with medium kick. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. We have super drive rush to keep it going. An excellent block. Big time whip. Wrong critical. What's gonna happen? This is the kind of move that ends games. Zengi's gonna take off some chunky damage. Then bring their pride in their spirits with this.
Wrestling is unstoppable.
Player 2 can't use any what-up finish. Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Well-timed command throw there. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 2 chases them down. Uses a fireball to try and establish their pace. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Taking stock. Burnout activates. KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Hits them with a stop and block. Looking to plan them with a pile driver. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Blocking a jump-in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Player 1 will need to play it, ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Level 3 super! Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. They just made that very tricky combo look easy. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Player 2, knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. The overhead kick, what a finish! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. Opens with the fireball. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? No knockdown as the low heavy is blocked. Close range projectile. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Quick breather. Our fighters are at a standstill. What's the play here? Out of range. Relatively safe. No! This will break them! What's next? Betting it all on the drive rush! All the throw connects! Changes the pace with the fire! Low heavy, but no go! He can't drive rush! Flatline zone! Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with! They're still hungry! Both sides stepping up for the rematch! Air slasher! Medium kick hits! Target locked and scoop! Blocks the jump in. No good up high. Opts for the throw. Trips him up. Throws him down. Alright. Player 1 chases them down. The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is such an effective game plan. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Knockdown. Player one in trouble. They're going for the super art. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. What a finish. Great meat on the life gauge there. Player two wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum. Pokes with a medium kick. Medium kick. Goes for the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Flint rushes that off and keeps going. Rips the slasher out. Target locked and scoop. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? From upstairs. Knockdown and player two will look to apply pressure. Tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. They need to capitalize on this drive to stay. There's a flatline zone. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Stark sets up with the jump in. Turning it right up with the super. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Weekend pleasure. We're in for a good time. The super doesn't hit. Excellent read. Carries them all the way to the corner in one go. Nice air slasher. The low kick hits. Oh my God, they just choked it up. Looking for a big time win. Back dashes for space. Gets them with a quick low kick. Player one is a force to be reckoned with. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that runback. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Throws a fireball. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Player one is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Not much drive to work with at the moment. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Nails the anti-air. All right, what's coming up next? Projectile to try and change the situation. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Connects with medium kick. This is gonna be bad news. Player two can't use any more drive without burning out. Closing moments of the match. Looking to plan them with a pile. No escaping that. Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Strings it all together. Target locked and scoop. Player one can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. This is the time to use fireballs to chip away at an opponent. Fires without warning. Medium kick. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. That's it all on the full meter. You know what that means? It's time for the weekend. Drive rush to keep it going. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Avoids getting stuck in ops for the critical art. Yo, we're dealing with a real gambler here. Low on life and is still willing to risk it all on this critical art to deal the cash money damage they need. The drive gauge is screaming for more anti-air in the clutch. Oh my God, what a throw test. What are they gonna do? Get out of nowhere. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Who's going to steal the big-time whip? Looking to plan him with a pile driver. Player two with a slight lead. Will they clutch anti-air? Ooh, what a smart play. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Excellent block. Close range projectile. Player two has a full drive gauge but is on the brink of death.
fires off an air slasher! Force protects the sky! Nice air slasher! It knocked him out of the air! That was a magical shot! Player 1 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win! They're still hungry! Both sides stepping up for the rematch! The low kick hits! Headbutt! Looking to plant him with a pile driver! So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Surprises him with a drive rush! Knockdown! They block the overhead, and watch, that slight doubt is all it. Player 2 is an always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Springs forward with the drive rush. Target locked and scooped. Player 2 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. There's still a lot of fighting to be had. It's anyone's match. Their space drive rush to keep it going. Smart play with the throw. That throw will do some good damage. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. A quick breather hits him with a stop and bop. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. Gotta do better than that. Life lead is there, but still a big time whiff. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 is in a very good spot now. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. This can lead to some big damage. Player 2 wraps it up with a throw. Player 2 faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win! They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Goes for a driver. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. What are they thinking here? What are these fighters thinking now? The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. They can't keep track of these, capitalizes on every mistake and picks up the perfect KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Goes for the jump in to start the round. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player 2 can build off this lead. Time to sit on the lead. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Burnout activates. Song coming and goes for the Boris anti-air. Their life is hanging by a thread. They kept a close eye on the skies and it paid off. Good reactions there. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. That's gonna leave him rattled. This is gonna hurt. Sticks out at the forward rush. Sees the overhead coming. Hits him down with a super. Now that's how you take a round. Oh, they got him. Player 2 faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunity. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. The big play does it. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. A brave forward jump there to start. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Come on! Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Big throws. knockdown, and you've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Drive rush to keep it going. KO. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. The last round. It's now or never. Player one can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Weekend pleasure! We're in for a good time! Down, will this super art do anything? Excellent read! What were they thinking? Immediately, wow, sat and waited for this opening! Screw pile driver! There's no escape! Player two has a full drive gauge, but big time whip! What a finish! Player one was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Time to get down to business. The first round starts now. Checks with a medium kick.
Drive rush. Gets in their face.
Player one creates a good corner opportunity. The damage is really piling up now. You can see KO. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. It looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireballs. Looking to plan them with a pile driver. Player two has a slight life lead. There's still a lot of fighting to be had. It's anyone's match. Player two will look target locked and scoop. Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta lean heavily on their drive moves now. Was hungry for the grab. No escaping that. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Immediate jump here. The last round. It's now or never. Trust that off. Screw pile driver. There's no escape. Both absolutely refusing to give up ground. Player refuses their drive gauge. Ooh, you never know what can this drive bring them back? Player one is in turn. Oh, putting the cherry on top.
This is your
Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it.
You're a great test.
What are they gonna do? Escapes the corner. No, this is a break. You need guts to pull that off. Player two made all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Front slash anti-air. Air slasher.
What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. The jump-in is denied. Player two is just about out of drive after that.
Takes a trip.
Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat.
What'll happen here?
One shot is all both fighters need to close this out.
Still scrapping for control of the space.
Quick breather. Neither fighter can land the deciding hit.
Is that all you got?
Closes with the throw. Hitting him with the smart stuff. Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player one chases them down. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up.
Misses the grab. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this rate, looking to plan him with the pile driver.
Full SA meters on deck for both sides.
This could be over. Just goes for it at this range. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here.
You're a great test.
Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Player two will look to apply pressure here. Grabs them with a critical art. Such a smart play to go for in this situation. Fighting back against the odds and giving them a chance to win this. That's gonna leave them rattled. You need guts to pull that off. Player 2 faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win! They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Air slasher.
They got their eye on the air. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game will let you dictate the pace of the match much easier. Still slugging it out here. Side switch with the back throw, looking for a chance to gain the upper hand. All right, what's coming up next?
Grabs him.
Gets the jump in.
Jumps up, experiencing burnout. Looking to plant KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Immediate jump-ins. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on.
Target locked and scoop.
What's their game plan here at this critical stage?
Barely blocks the jump in.
A quick breather.
Rips the slasher out. Not much life left, but their drive usage may save it. Oh, feints? Experiencing burnout. It's too much. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet.
So, what are our fighters planning in this opening round? There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. That should teach them you can't just throw out moves. Deals some sick damage there in exchange for some meter. Will this decision pay off for them?
Player 1 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Let's see how they apply their corner pressure in this situation.
Taking stock.
Long low attack hits. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. There's a wall shot. They can't do anything now. Player 1 can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. Sneaks in the throw. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Medium kick hits.
Brushes off the impact.
Forcefully closes the gap. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. The low heavy is denied. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Rips the slasher out. Fake out. Attempts to block critical. What's gonna happen? Springs forward with the drive rush. The super hits, and this looks like it's gonna